Mate.
These are bullets all day long. They got the Knight of Pentacles, the Strength. He shot himself. There's the
Family attorney says the 23-year-old died from a gunshot wound to the head, and the manner of death was suicide.
I don't know what he used. I know it's a rope involved. I don't know what he used that rope for. Let me see. The secrets. He's taking the secrets with him. You see the secrets? He's not giving y'all the information. Says y'all don't need to know it. You know? He'll go out with the secrets with the high priest there. He might be found on a Wednesday too. Ace of Wands. So I have no doubt in my mind they're gonna find Brian Laundrie, October 2021. I'm telling you, he's still.
Hello, my loves. It's TTMG, the Tarot Medium Goddess here. Thank you so much for being here. Please do stop what you're doing and like this video. Go ahead and subscribe. Don't forget to tell me what you think about what happened in this case in the comments below. And do show your girl some love and share the video. I appreciate every single one of you. It's true. I love you, boo.
Hello, Mallory. We are going live from the phone today. She wrote, I'm awake. The beautiful Mallory Young. I'm glad you're awake. I know you are usually up really late too sometimes in these YouTube streets, you know? Mallory said, good morning. I just messaged you and told you to come back. I'm awake. All right, I didn't get it yet, but I'm sure I will. All right, so this is just going to be, I'm going to just go with the flow. I don't have it this planned out, organized. We're just going to start speaking on some people today. And keep in mind, I know a lot of you guys, you know, are subscribed to some of these. I say if you support somebody and you already know this, or you already, you know, saw the light and you see this, the red flag and you still want to be there, go ahead and be there. But I'm calling out some red flags today. So since I'm doing this from my phone and not my laptop, I'm not gonna be able to share, because I don't know how to do it from my phone, the screens of these pages with you. But we'll start out with Come Out. We'll start out with Come Out from her. I believe her name is Kizzy, right? I'm kind of breaking up still on my cell phone. Lord of mercy. And hold on, let me turn off this ear. Hold on. All right, hopefully that'll help the cause some. I'll be hot just so you guys can be happy. All right, so we're gonna start with Come Out of Her. And for all of these YouTube creators, I didn't want to call them out. I didn't want to call not one of them out. It was hard for me. It was challenging for me. It's just, you know, they repeatedly pop up in my newsfeed, even though I'm not subscribed to them. And, you know,
when I click and watch for a few minutes at the most each time, there's certain things that are really starting to bother me. And it's building up. So I'm just gonna go ahead and express that. The only person I wanted to call out and put on the spot was Boring for All, of course. All right. So now we're gonna start with Kizzy from Come Out of Her. Some of you guys may have seen her site. I don't know, but she talks a lot about the Summer Wells case, right? And in her discussing the Summer Wells, I believe she just started her account the last 3 to 5 months. I'm not sure, maybe 6. I have no clue. But anyway, I believe she's pretty new on YouTube, right? She's built out about 2,500 subscribers. I think she lost about 100 of them yesterday. But prior to other people seeing the light, because I never saw in the comments where other people were seeing the light until yesterday. I already had a conversation with somebody in the chat. Actually, I won't put the person on the spot, but I had well, I guess you're kind of on the spot since you're the only one in the chat. Oh my God, right now. But anyway, but my feelings about her not being legit, as you know, many may feel. But you know, she does seem to be a sweet person, and the person I discussed this with also felt that you know, she was a sweet person, and she's also in a situation where she's basically in a homeless situation right now, quote unquote homeless, quote unquote dislocated situation right now. And so she could use help for her kids. You know, sometimes people struggle and they need those donations popping off. But what I say, and I don't have any problem donating, anybody who has a heart to give should definitely give, right? 100%. And regardless of what I'm saying, this needs to be stated. And for Kizzy, if you're watching this, like they said, any publicity is good publicity. It'll get your channel some views, right? So some more views. So, all right. Let me start talking. A lot of people on her channel would comment, and it seems like they believed anything she said about Summer Wells, right? They're like, oh, she's giving these readings on Summer Wells and she's doing this or that or whatever. I was even asked, was I subscribed to her? I said no, but I do get her stuff in my feed for some reason, right? And I'm like, I don't know that I want to pay attention to her or any other proclaimed psychic or reader who has not had a track record of, you know, at least having a couple or a few accurate readings. And I'm not saying those things that you can guess, oh, this person's dead, this, you know what I mean? I'm saying something that kind of sets their reading apart from the rest. Something that when clues or details are found out eventually from law enforcement, right? It's no way that they could have possibly known. She has no readings like that up there. None, right? Nothing to prove that her what she's seeing is legit. I do give her credit for always saying that everything is alleged. You know, she doesn't claim to be a psychic, but she's here giving messages. But when you go ahead, and I give her credit because I'm not saying that every time. I'm not going to. It's in my description box. It's always in my description box because it automatically uploads, right? And even if you're psychic or a reader, you can be off one day. You can be off sometimes. But she says that. My issue is, hold on, let me check the comments real quick. I love you too. And I know Mallory has a lot of love for Kizzy too. That's what I'm saying. There's people on here, and it's not only Mallory. I've seen, who did I see on her channel that I know? Mystic Brady, who's awesome, right? So once y'all see this, if, like I said, you support that person, keep supporting. Not
I'm live on here talking about it, so she can definitely join the chat. But let's see what the Valerie says. Yeah, okay, I saw that. All right. Yo, well, thanks for joining us. She was putting me on the spot, being the only one in the chat. Yeah, I did. I'm sorry, Mallory. I'm sorry. That was downright abusive. I love you, Mallory. All right, guys. Yes, please press the like. Hey, Terry, even from my phone. Oh my God. She's talking out of a cup. It does it? Oh, geez. I guess that's why everybody has a problem when I'm on other people's chat in the panel and the comments are so rude. I think the same thing happens. All right. Well, anyway, can you hear me enough for me to continue, or should we try this another day? All right. So I'm clear. All right, we'll go back and forth. Maybe I'll just leave this on. We'll see what happens with it. All right. So, hey, Terry. So all right, so like I said, Kizzy's having a homeless problem and she raises money, for her kids and her husband and blah, blah, blah. There's things that I've seen her do on her channel that I'm not like, I don't like. I feel like she's abusing the Summer Wells case. Kizzy, if you listening to this, I'm speaking in love and you got to take it for what it is, all right? I see you talking a lot about the Summer Wells case and saying you're Summer Wells because you've been through the same thing. Dear well story from her. You have no clue who she is and what she's been through at her age, and understood that you could have been through a hell of a lot at your age, right? And maybe not feeling love, the blah blah blah. You got your own story, Kizzy, and that story is for you. And there's certain things that you may be able to relate to, yes, but guess what, Kizzy? What are you in your 30s now? You are all grown up with your children. You still have a chance in this life, right? You still have a chance to make it through. So in order to get those donations popping, etc., don't you dare use Summer Wells' name in vain and compare her life to yours. Because last we checked, you are still up and going. You are still breathing. You have the opportunity to change your life around. You have the opportunity to have the children that you have right there, right? That poor little baby girl does not. Don't you dare let people gather sympathy for you through Summer Wells, because that's just really out of order. Once again, I could understand some comparisons, but it's not. There's a million children out there. All right. Don't you dare try to fill your pockets off on Summer Wells' name. Now, I do not mind. I mean, not that I have a say so in the matter, but if somebody, you have a channel and you speak on Summer Wells, you speak on Michael Vaughn, you speak on Cody Bigsby, you speak on Orrin and Orson West, and you profit off of that, people want to send you donation for the time you put in, talking about these cases, going ahead, giving messages about these cases. You spending your time and energy. I feel it's well deserved because once again, it's donations and people are giving out of a good heart. You know what I mean? Because they want to give to you. So, and it's like a win-win situation. And there's no issues with that. But don't you dare, like, that's just disrespectful. And not only that, for Kizzy, she has no proven readings that I've seen. If somebody's seen them, let me know in the comments, let me know in the chat, live chat, whatever.
But I don't know why so many people have had faith in her messages, not to say, you know, not to say that they could be um they could be not to say that they couldn't be inaccurate. I mean, sorry, accurate or whatever, but a lot of the stuff's just really not adding up. One day you say Summer Wells is dead and she's here, she's there, she's, one day she's in a ship, one day she's at the house, one day she's, and once in a while people can move bodies around, but not like that. Or maybe say, for instance, you did a reading and you thought the energy was off or the message you was getting was off, and you come back and correct yourself. That's also understood, because energy is off sometimes. However, or you might have the wrong person in your energy, another deceased person. However, for this girl to be, she's like on a freaking whole merry-go-round with you. She's doing a world tour. Where we going next? Where we going next, Kizzy? And for people to sit up there and to believe that without you having even proved yourself, you just came to the true crime community, right? And you haven't proved yourself in one reading. Once again, you say alleged, you say all this stuff, but when you state that you see it, because let me say this, I did this reading on Summer Wells. What month was it? I don't know what month. It was the end of 2021. So it was like 5-6 months ago, right? It's called Where I Last Saw Summer or something like that. Y'all can check out my playlist. And I was very, what do you call it? I was very, very infuriated about it. I was very upset about it. And very boisterous, because I was seeing a bunch of sexual abuse, right? I was seeing a bunch of sexual abuse by a family member. And that was just taking me off. However, I do have a track record that you could see of proven readings. I called the day Brian Laundrie's body would be found, and much more, right? Kizzy has none, and she's up here on live saying that this person sexually abused her, that person sexually abused her. She's calling Jody Sue's name and all these other names, right? That she's saying she just heard Jody Sue's name, right? She said, I think I heard a Jody Sue. You sure you didn't hear that because you were on YouTube scrolling down the YouTube streets, right? Because we know a lot of other YouTube creators already spoke about Jody Sue. Jody Sue, I believe she has her own channel, right? And that it wasn't just Jody Sue's name, it was other names that were very much relevant. I believe she called Andrew's name, right? Why don't you call a name of exactly where Summer is? Because one day she's on a ship, one day she's at the house, one day she's at the lake, one day she's, you know what I mean? So for you to continue to do this, and for you to say that you're seeing certain abuses that I don't believe you're seeing, Kizzy. Yeah, I saw those abuses in my readings. I was able to pull that the energy, because that's what I've done, and I've done it in the past, and I felt it. Not as strong as I felt it in Summer Wells' case, but it's a guarantee from what you were saying and the people that you were saying is involved, that they had nothing to do with the abuse of Summer Wells. Yet you are setting them up for other people to come behind and trust in your readings and go seek those people out, and their life could be endangered because of that, so for me, I don't think that's acceptable. And for me, I don't think it's acceptable to say you see somebody being sexually abused and you don't, especially a child, in my opinion. Yes, I've said it myself, and yes, I have reason to. So anyway, let me go ahead and go on these comments and see. Okay, already. Okay, let's find out. Hi, feedback. Please like and subscribe. You. Okay, so this is the thing. I commented on one of Kizzy's videos. When was it, Mallory? A week or two ago, because she was talking about Black people. and having her issues with Black people and leaving, you know, a certain community or whatever. And to me, it seems like more than anything else, she was getting, you know, white people to empathize with her, trying to empathize with her, right? And she was staying at a hotel because, like I said, she's dislocated, quote unquote, dislocated at the time. So she's living off donation money. So she was staying at a hotel with her kids, and then she had complained that the next door neighbor, was complaining about her children making so much noise, and her kids wasn't making noise or whatever. Guys, we know how it is when you got 3-4 kids in a hotel room. You cannot tell me there's no way in hell that those kids are not making noise at times, you know, especially at nighttime when people are trying to sleep, when they're not going to school. That's what happens. That's just what happens, especially if they're not going to school, right? She's like, oh, well, the next door, what did she say? The next door neighbor, her daughter threw a pebble at the next door neighbor's door. And because she threw a pebble or whatever she said it was at the next door neighbor's door, the neighbor said, oh, I'm going to go tell the office. I'm going to go ahead and report you. She's like, oh, because my daughter threw a pebble at the door. Guys, you know, that's bullshit. All right. I'm sorry. I got to correct it. And, like I said, if Kizzy want to come on here and talk, she's more than welcome. I tried to talk on her live, but she didn't know how to work StreamYard or any of that, so I couldn't. All right, but I've been through some of this stuff in the past, so I know how it is and I know how it works. But that lady did not, though, go tell the office about a pebble. Kizzy, why don't you tell us about your kids? Why they was running up and down the hallway with water guns, huh? Spraying up all the doors. You didn't tell us that, right? But you wanted people to feel sorry for you and to build sympathy for you. You didn't tell us about you cursing out people at the hotel, right? And talking to them in a manner that you don't highlight when you're live, right? To the point where the maintenance guy, wanted to rip your neck off. That's not the part that you highlighting on YouTube. You highlight the sweet part, right? And get those donations kicking in. Then you want to go ahead and compare yourself to Summer Wells. And probably if you weren't comparing yourself to Summer Wells, I'll let you do what the heck you want to do. But we got to bring this shit to it. Excuse my language. We got to bring this crap to an end. Not the donations. I want you to get whatever donation is going to come in for you because you have children. And I believe you should get that. But this is like what, your third or fourth hotel in the last couple of weeks or a month or so, and every time you leave, it's the place you're leaving from that needs to be held accountable, and it's not you. You guys did nothing wrong, right? So I'm sorry, guys. There was just so much with this that it's not even funny. I should have really had an outline on this. What else did she say? Prior to going to that hotel room, Kizzy stated, right, because you wanted to take money from the people, Kizzy stated that she was living at this apartment or this place where they were renting, her husband and the children. And they told the landlord that they were leaving in a week because they didn't want to be in the area anymore, right? And she said the lady stated the lady just went ahead and cut off the lights, and you know, they have to leave, they have to get out. They don't have money for anything, no money for food, no money for gas. They just got to get the heck out. Kizzy, I put my number and said, you know what? I know how this real estate game works, right? I know the laws. She can't just kick you out, right? I'm like, call me and I'll help you out, because that's not the way you do an eviction. That's not legal. You can sue them. You have every right to be there. They have to go through eviction court. All you have to do is call the cops and they will stop that fast in its tracks. But you didn't want that because you wanted all those donation money. You claimed that the lights was off, and I feel like your husband was just in the other room turning off the lights. I'm just saying, let's be truthful here. If we want to get donations and you want to, you know, build sympathy, but let's do it truthfully. That's all I'm saying. All right. God, there's so much madness with this that it's not even funny. So there's a lot of people being deceived. You're telling people that you don't have any money and you guys really have thousands in the bank or however much in the bank, right? And I know that because you've told people that, right? It's been confirmed already anyways. But once again, this is just quick information for those who follow her. If you want to continue to follow her, I'm all for it. I'm all for helping her because I feel that Kizzy needs a lot of help. She needs a lot of guidance, right? But let's do stuff the right way because you're doing it wrong. And for you to be out there claiming you homeless and spending $90 a night on a hotel, damn near $100 a night on a hotel, trying to live it up like, whatever, instead of putting that money together, even if you got to sleep in the car 2-3 days, putting that money together and trying to at least get a room for rent for the month. You could have had 2-3 months paid for. You know what I mean? So there's a right way to do things and there's a wrong way to do things. And I feel like you're really taking advantage of people, right? So I'm going to say that, but I think that's something that's for Kizzy. Hey, H. Bell, how are you? I know that she lost some stuff. She was saying she had messages when she hits 5,000. Yes, thanks for bringing that up. I was just about to end it. Kizzy. Hold on. Comment right now, but basically was saying that she says she has important messages for you guys. Bands at all. It's not in any type of band. She's able to accomplish over 2,500 subs in a few short months, right? And to not be happy with that and want more subs. Can anybody guess why she would want more subs? Why she's not giving any messages? Why she's holding messages from you guys? Why is she holding the message hostage? Maybe because she's seen she's been able to make hundreds or thousands of dollars off of people in a quick amount of time. Imagine if she doubled up on subs, right? And she's able to give them how much more money that they can make. That's exactly why she's withholding messages. And the messages that she wants to give, it's like messages you guys already know. Like what was she talking about the other day? Messages about the pharmaceutical industry and how the medicine that they give you is damaging. Duh. Like we all hear the freaking what they tell us even during the infomercials, right? Where they're speaking about take this pill. Oh, it can cause this. It can cause this. It can cause death. It can cause suicidal thoughts. So I think we all know that a lot of the stuff she's saying we already know, right? So what are the messages she's gonna give us? Stuff we already know. And for her to withhold messages that she already says that she has to give you guys, I think that's pretty trifling in my opinion. However, I do understand how she feels, because sometimes you feel like people not liking this enough, they not sharing it enough. I'm trying really hard, like
Come on, people. Just press the daggone like button. Go ahead and press share or whatever. Go ahead and drop a donation here or there. But she's already getting mad donations as it is, right? Over and over. A lot of the same people are continually. They're basically the government taking care of them, right? So she's still not satisfied though for some reason. Anyway, and also her husband, what I wanted to talk to her, because like I said, she was trying to have me on her live the other day, but I said I'm not going to be in the chat going back and forth. And the reason is because I told her she was wrong, because she said her next door neighbor at the hotel was, a black bitch. She's like, this black bitch. She says, people like me. I'm like, no, she's just sitting there trying to gain sympathy from white people. I'm sorry. In my opinion, is trying to take advantage of white people. And I'm telling y'all because, listen, first of all, to know about me, I grew up in an area that was pretty diverse. As I got older, I lived in the suburbs. My children grew up in the suburbs. I was in the military. It's like my colleagues, the profession I'm in, it's like a lot of white people. All my neighbors, shoot, I'm probably one of 15 black people in a 400 house development or whatever, So I guess anyway, I guess Kizzy was trying to say that she has been hurt a lot by people of her own race, and when she talks about black people, she's like, oh, black bitch. So if it was a white person, so if we had somebody, what was that lady that was reporting people at the barbecue? Anyway, so if we had somebody like that who was the next door neighbor that was complaining about her kids and they were white, was she gonna call her a white bitch? You know what I mean? I thought that was disrespectful, and you're putting down a whole race because of that. And I said that also about people who've come to my channel and come to my lives, and they see me talking about Ernie Shell and Candace Fly, and they're like, see, this is why I hate being white. And I'm like, no. We are not going to put ourselves down here. Obviously, I'm talking about that person who was putting themselves down, but you're not going to go ahead and put yourself down because of Candace and Ernie. You have nothing to do with another person. Like, they're not dictating your whole rights and stuff like that. And so I say it for white people, I say it for black, I say it for, Native Americans, Latinos, everybody. We're not going to go ahead and put ourselves in a box like that, people. Come on now. So the way she was talking about this black girl, her next door neighbor, I really didn't like. I'm up for taking up for everybody. Don't you dare put us down. So I said, I commented on that, and she was trying to have me on her live so we can discuss, but she didn't know how to work StreamYard. But there's a lot of things that need to be discussed too with Kizzy. Like, why the hell is your husband not trying to work? I don't want to hear he's trying to work. See, everybody's out there donating, giving money, and I feel like you should, because those kids need it, but with limitations. Let me see you do something. You said you're giving us hope by saying he went here or there. Really? He needs to go here, there, and motherfucking everywhere. All right? He needs to go to make sure he has 20 applications in a day. Right? And like I stated, I've been in this situation before. I had a lot, I had a little, right? I was in between. I was everything with my husband, my kids. I was in the real estate game, affiliate game, everything. Own business. I've been flat on my face, and I've lived extremely well in high end. But anytime, my husband made sure he was out there filling out applications. And see, now when this is heard, what you're gonna hear after is the live gonna pop off saying my husband's filling out an application here, there, and everywhere. So is the applications, and he can't get a job. That's funny, because right down the street from me, at my local Taco Bell, at my Dollar General, at my Subway,
They close early every single night because they're not getting people. They said nobody wants to work. Nobody wants to work. And that looks like what her husband is trying to do. Get off on not working and y'all take care of him. Let him do his job, people. Let that man do his job. And Kizzy just needs guidance also to get some type of help. But she's not going to get that guidance because we got people, giving their life savings to her. Once again, I do have sympathy for her because I've been in the same situation before. And guys, I ain't mind sleeping in that car a day or two. We got that stuff together. All right. So anyway, I know everybody's like, oh, what she has to say about harsh though. Harsh reality. If he's listening, don't worry, I got you. I got a couple things to say about you. All right. So Mercury is in retro. Oh yeah, it is. Yep. I was getting a whole bunch of contact from exes. More donations, I'm guessing. Yes, H-Bell. Exactly. If she gets her number up to 5,000 subs, 10,000 subs, then that's more donations. And guess what? A lot of the stuff that she was saying, she just was not telling you guys the entire truth. Like I said, she act like her kids are all innocent. Kizzy, shoot, any of us that have kids, even those of us that have very well behaved kids know how kids can get sometimes, right? So we daggone it know that that lady did not call no friggin' office over your daughter throwing a pebble. Tell us about your kids. Why didn't you tell us about your kids running down the hall, squirting water guns all over the hallway and on everyone's door? You didn't tell us about that because you left that part out, right? You being selective of what you tell us. You can't always defend your kids when they act up. You got to admit, hey, my kid's acting up, and try to take care of the situation. Try to simmer them down. Nobody's not going to like that. And I saw a lot of people commenting in favor. Well, people should understand you have kids. That's true. That's true. But also there are friggin' limits. And we all know it. Anybody would get upset if they couldn't go to sleep. We don't know, these people might have to get up and they're paying a weekly rate at a hotel and had to get up early in the morning to go to work, and they hear your kids making a bunch of noise, right? They can't get any sleep. I mean, it's normal for people to be upset about that. All right, definitely, Terry, everyone be wildin'. All right, let's see what Guidance says. Hi, Guidance. That was yesterday, girl. Then getting a finger shake for replying to you and not focusing on the read rubbed me wrong. I'ma just stand back. I was referencing to the reads all matching up. Okay, I'm trying to see. Then getting a finger shake for replying to you and not focusing on the read rubbed me wrong. Okay, I missed something. Guidance. Catch me up on what you're talking about, because as y'all see, my mind is everywhere. Hold on. Mallory, frogs don't belong in the fish tank in forts. I think you might be talking about something else to Mallory. All right. All right. Guidance. Let's see. Mallory says that guidance is with life. TLC, the boys giving you a run for your money today. Oh my God. Okay. Mallory, I love Kizzy, but damn, why you gotta move so much? Maybe you're the problem and not the other people she calls Karen. Sorry. Yup. Maybe she's the problem. And she is. And that's why I wanted to talk to her, like, over the phone and be real with her. If she really wants to change. And like I said, this is always something all of us could work on, right? I'm not denying that. I got a lot of stuff I gotta, grow with to get better at it too. But there's certain things that she's in denial about. You could see pictures of them kids and know that they done. And kids are kids, guys. We know they causing a little bit of havoc. Speak to your kids, calm them down. When they making some too much noise, you gotta hush them up. because it's ruining other people's peace. I understand, Kizzy. Guess what? I have 5 kids. Don't you think I had the whole I had all that noise going on. I had to calm it down. Everybody up in the, but you got to understand that it does inconvenience other people at times, and you got to be understanding to other people as well, and not just yourself. You know what I mean? Not just yourself. You just got to control your kids sometimes. That's all I'm saying. All right. I don't think they can sleep in the car, girl. They don't even fit in the car. She drove across state with 4 children and back, no car seats. That really bothered me. Yeah, no car seats. Yeah. She definitely need car seats, but if she has the car seats, I don't think they all could fit. She has 4 kids, and the back seat is only for 3. So I think that's why she doesn't have car seats. Yeah, anything happened with those kids. But now somebody donated a car, I guess. So hopefully she would be good with that. And they could sleep in there because I slept in the car before. That's okay, because probably a week later I was in my huge house, finished attic, finished basement, dining room, kitchen, living room, family room, garage. Like I'm saying, I was able to fix my situation. Anyway, robotic sound. Damn. Couldn't hear what you were saying, girl. Oh my God. It was audio off. Stand still. There we go. Oh my God. Money. And I'm sitting in the same spot. Yeah, Marie, you got it. Money, money, money. Mercury is in retro. More donations, I'm guessing. Yeah. Right. I thought that was odd guidance. Danny is usually so sweet, and it was a premiere, not live. Okay. She did misunderstand you. She did apologize though. All right, y'all talking about something else. Okay. H Bell says that true crime. Do you remember the reason why they had to move? Did her husband have to leave his job? I feel for the kids. The one should be okay. So yeah, the kids for sure. In school, or she's home. We know she's not homeschooling now. I have not seen her homeschool, because when somebody homeschool, it's a lot of effort that is put forth and energy. So you would hear her talking about it, stressed out about it. It would be a lot of hours spent. So she's definitely not homeschooling. Whether she says she is or not, we know she's not. And yeah, they should be in school. You see some of them, or they're old enough for school. So it's like school's not let out yet, not even in the South. So what's really going on? Well, they left the area because she said she was tired of being in a dangerous area, where they're scared that someone's going to get shot, or I don't know. I guess it was really crime inflicted area, right? According to her. But I'm sure there's a good amount of other children living in that same area. Regardless what area she's in, she definitely needs to try to get her kids in school right away. Otherwise, they're going to wind up being held back in all types of stuff. Okay. Have to leave. Okay. Take care, Belle. You probably gone by now. All right. So now we're going to get to, let me see. Did I cover everything on Kizzy? Like I stated, I feel her readings are off. Her readings are off, and the things that she says, they're already public knowledge. The names that she says, she's like, oh, I heard a Jody Sue. Well, we've been hearing about Jody Sue for months now. Where you been? And she talks about Benny Keys, so clearly she's been watching his show, and he's spoken about Jody Sue. She calls Andrew. She calls all the freaking names we heard. Allie. Call where someone else is. All right. If you that daggone good. She did call a shit where someone else is, and now she's saying the baby's somewhere else. So what I would say is, before you guys go to any type of psychic reader, whoever, somebody who states they're not psychic, but they get messages, which is kind of confusing to me. But make sure you check for their accuracy in the past. Because if there's no accuracy there, I mean, anybody could come on and hit go live and tell you guys anything, right? So just be careful. And and if somebody wants to try to use their intuition, you know, because you do have to believe in yourself for this stuff to, I guess, for you to ever figure it out or know whether or not you're good or not. But to link people specific names to the sexual abuse of Summer Wells, I don't feel that's right. I don't feel that's right at all. All right. I know that I've linked Don to the abuse of Summer Wells. I know I did that. Once again, check my accuracy playlist out. That's all I gotta say. All right, so I guess we'll move on to WCIA. You guys can hear me good now, though, Mallory? I hope so. All right, so now to WCIA. I have had a lot of subscribers who told me about WCIA as well and wanted me to check her out. And for me, what do I say about her? I don't know where to begin. See, what I see is the things that I paid attention to during the lives that I did watch just didn't make sense to me. I broke down one of her readings of Benny Keys where she played the video and stated that he has a head on the platter. And I show you guys that that is not a head on the platter. It's not being sacrificed. That's actually a lady in the room that we see moving around, right? I go to his exact video. I show you what she screenshotted, or she put that picture as a still and stated that's a head on the platter. It was absolutely not. And then there's also a video of her saying that Benny Keys is not in a car, right? I'm not on my laptop or I would bring it up. Benny Keys was most definitely in a car, guys, all right? Yeah, there's a lot of things that happen in the world that's unexplainable, blah, blah, blah. This isn't one of them. Benny Keys was in a damn freaking car. And because of that, I don't feel it necessary for me to continue to listen to whatever she has to say. So look for 30 minutes, hours, 2 hours, 3 hours, and to watch her break a video or a photo down, you know, that I don't know if she manipulated prior. Like, why would I sit there? And I know a lot of people have stated that, you know, they really like her, and I understand, guys. And because when you find someone, you know, somebody that you connect to, you know, you're gonna have love for them. And they said that she may be onto something because they have seen where, you know, what she's showing is starting to make sense. They're starting to add up. But guys, I'm not gonna sit there and look at it that long for 30 minutes and trying to figure it out and break it down with her. You know why? Because she said the damn head was on a platter and it wasn't a head on a platter. So it's like, why should I take the rest of it seriously? She said Benny Keys was not in a car when we saw visually his behind was sitting down in a car. So for me to sit down and waste any more of my time in life trying to figure out if what she's saying is correct, trying to figure out, did she manipulate that picture that she had and then put it on screen for us to see? Why would I waste my time and energy doing that? And why would you? Because if you take the time out to really start paying attention to what somebody's saying, after a while, whether it makes sense or not, they're going to start making sense. It's going to start like kind of adding up in your mind. If you think about it, that's how a lot of these cults started. If somebody started to have too much belief and faith in somebody. What was that cult back in that day? The day, guys, when was it in the 90s? The Applegate, wherever, was it in Texas? And all these people wind up committing suicide. I forgot the name of that cult. So that's what happens when you sit down and you pay attention to nonsense too friggin' long. Your mind starts to kind of believe what they're saying. And from what I've seen and the things that I just told you prior about the car, about the head in the platter, it's really not worth it for me to fry my brain on a platter. You know what I mean? To fry my brain on the stove over paying attention to her too long. I'm just not gonna do it. Just not gonna do it. All right, so we're gonna get into harsh reality because I know that's what most of you guys. Mallory said, "Mic drop, mic drop." Yeah. Let me see what Belle says. Oh, thank you. I have to get to feed the goats. Oh my God, you got goats! Woo! You know, my family and my parents are Jamaican, so they came up here when they were kids, but they eat goat meat on the islands. Anyway, take care of your goats and chickens. Wow. I'll come back to see this very interesting chat. Thank you. Hopefully you can hear it. Yeah, I know you always tell me I love WCIA too. Yeah. So who knows, Mallory? One day you might be on a live and they're talking about me and, you know, go on and be like, I love her too, but I love you too. All right. I love the WCIA too. Lori is a good person. Good. And I like that you're on here and you're saying something positive about her. I didn't even finish reading what you said, but you see how that's how it's supposed to be. You go to some YouTube creators channels and they either block you, hide you, stop talking to you because you said your truth and how you felt. That's crazy. Or their mods go ahead and hide you from the channel, mute you. Like, come on. Why can't you say this? Because I'm having an issue with WCIA. You're supposed to have an issue with her too? No, I'm just calling out what I see. That's it. But anyway, I love WCIA too. Lori is a good person. Sometimes she says things that are out of this world, but but to each their own. It's what she sees, I guess. I don't know what she really hears. Yeah, and I don't feel, for some reason, I didn't listen to her enough to try to figure her out. But for some reason, something's telling me she believes what she's saying. I could be wrong, and I'm not pulling it energetically with cards or my psychic gifts or anything like that. It's not worth it for me. It's not worth it to bring myself to figure this out. However, I do feel that WCIA believes what she's saying. I'm going to tell you one quick way that I also determined this as well. When I talk about her speaking about Benny sacrificing some head on a platter, I think he had like maybe a 3-4 hour live, I forget, or maybe 5-hour live. And she said the exact timestamp that it could be found. So I didn't have to watch a 5-hour live. I went exactly to the timestamp and found it. And that was the daggone it lady moving around. Why would she tell us if she was like in her head trying to deceive us, right? Because we could go look for ourselves. But maybe she might think that we're too lazy to go look for ourselves. So, well, who knows? But let's see. So at least I would say at the very least, at least WCIA believes what she's saying is true. At least he believes what she's saying is true. I don't know. Then again, who's altering the future stuff? Who's altering the pictures? If it's her, I don't know. I just know that I can't watch it because I'm not going to drive myself crazy. That's all. So Mallory Young says, I'm just feeling my goats to H. I'm just feeding my goats to H Bell. My boy's lunchtime here. Okay. Hi, Justar. How are you? Wow, I never heard about that. She fried my brain. Yep. She fried my brain. That's why I'm not going on there. Whether she right or wrong or whatever. That's just too much. It's just too much for me. I can't take it. Mallory says, I got blocked from WCI. Wait, I thought you were a mod there. You probably were close to a mod there. But anyway, I got blocked from WCI Network for being in another chat, but it's all good now. The mod apologized to me and told me to come back because they know I'm a good person. Good. So you better not say too much over here. No, I'm just kidding. But yeah, it's all love. All right, so now we get into harsh reality. The moment you guys all been waiting for. What could Harsh have done wrong? And this one, I would say, was the most challenging person to call out. I've been wanting to call him out for quite some time now. All actuality, I've been holding it back. And Harsh, if you listening to this, which I'm sure you are, but you may or may not reply to it because you might not want to acknowledge it, and it's okay. But if you are listening, and you are, and you decide to, give me your viewpoint or whatever, or correct me, go on ahead. I'm just telling you what I'm seeing. Now, a lot of times with harsh reality, my issue with harsh reality, first of all, I want to say he's an excellent presenter. He is good at what he does, right? Like, truth be told, he's a awesome communicator and all of that jazz, right? The thing is, to say that you have never been in it for the money, you are not making money off of the Summer Wells case, you don't want to make any money off the Summer Wells case, you'll never touch a dime of the money, to say this repeatedly over and over without even being asked, and to say it's all about the kids, blah, blah, blah. And the money that you make for monetizing your channel or for donations and whatnot are going to go to the kids in your community for laptops and stuff like that, for computers, blah, 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 right? And one of my subscribers had told me that they had asked you about that, and you stated that after that's done, you guess you'll find another project or whatever, and then another project after that. So you're telling me, hold on, wait a minute, hold up now. So you're telling me you're going to put in all this time and effort into these cases to give your heart and your soul and a lot of your time that you could dedicate to your children, and to, oh no, but I want to dedicate it to Summer. No, I want to dedicate it to Michael Vaughn. No, I want to dedicate it to Cody Bixby or whoever, blah, 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 right? So you're telling me that all the work you put in, that you don't deserve a penny, that you've done drenched yourself to the core, that 1 red cent you're not going to use to take, because that's what was seen. That's what you said, that you're not going to take a penny. And from when I guess each project is done, you move on to another given project. You appear doing more than Mother Teresa and not getting paid for it, not getting any type of exchange for energy. And for the people who say, oh, he's just a good person, and that's why, guys, hold on, I'm not done yet, okay? So for, it's like you're doing more than Mother Teresa. And come to find out, Mother Teresa hasn't done as much as we thought she has. I was shocked, all right, several months back when I found out certain issues regarding Mother Teresa, and she wasn't exactly all I thought her to be. And I thought it was lies. I didn't even want to click on the videos that exposed her. I did not want to click on the YouTube videos because I said, you will not ever in your life talk about
Mother Teresa, you know? So, but it's like when you watch the videos of what she actually did in the past, um, it's like certain things you just can't freaking deny. You got to be truthful about. And it kind of hurts your soul. So same with you, Harsh. I respect your work. I expect your presentation. I respect how you communicate. Everything is on point. Well, not everything. There's a couple things I'm gonna point out here. But one thing is for you to say that you'll never take a dime of that money. So 10 years from now, you're not. 2 years from now, you're not. And that's exactly what you said. Well, where's the paperwork? If that's the case, and if that's what you want to form your platform on, I say everything should be open books. Every single dime you get and not because I want to see it or anybody else wants to see it, but if you're going to say that all the time in order to gain subscribers, hello, then you should be able to prove this. You should be able to prove this by having open books to all funds that are coming in through Super Chat, through PayPal, through Cash App, and any other financial method, right? Anything that's bought for you on an Amazon wish list or whatever it may be, and let it be open books so everybody can see year after year after year. I don't think that's going to happen. You know why? Because you're going to pocket some of that money. And it's okay to. I don't think there's anything wrong with it, see? At all. Your time is worth something. Your energy is worth something. Everything you're putting in is worth something to receive something back. But don't bamboozle people. Don't hoodwink people into believing that you're not going to touch a penny of that. And don't say you never said that, because I saw exactly where you said that. I've gotten the screenshots. People have sent me the screenshots of you saying that exact thing, that you'll just move from project to project to project to project to project. That's a heck of a lot to invest into these missing cases out there, right? That's a lot of your life to give. And just to take that money and to give it to, different communities or different outreaches or whatever it is, and not to take any of yourself. So I say that's a lie. It's my opinion. What else? When you were speaking about Jose Roman, right? There's certain things that you said and you put out there, and you were the first one to put it out there. You were the only one to put it out there, I believe. And if not, definitely the first one. And people might have followed your lead after. But you stated that Jose Roman was appearing in court for, was it child molestation charges or some type of, it might not have been child molestation charges. It might have been some sexual assault charges, some nonsense like that or whatever. Without even knowing for a fact and saying, oh, your source is reputable and all this nonsense, right? And you wind up being wrong, that was not the Jose Roman. And you didn't even want to apologize to him. And basically what you were saying, running around the bush, is saying that he wasn't even freaking worth the apology because, he could have prevented all of this from happening. He could have prevented Summer Wells from being missing and blah, blah, blah. I'm sure he looks at his mistakes and sees that he was wrong in certain areas. How about Don and Candace? The dad and mother could have actually been the ones to prevent it from happening, right? And regardless of the situation, for you to blame another man for certain actions that he did not, I mean, that could cause danger upon his life. Just like you said, Justin for All, doxing you could have caused danger upon your life and your son's life, right? What about Jose? What about someone who felt that because you said what you said, that Jose was automatically guilty, so they could find
Jose and knock him off, right? His life isn't worth it because he was around when right before Summer Wells got missing or got gone and he didn't do anything about it, right? Why didn't you just apologize for that, Harsh? You never really came out with a solid apology. Anyway, and then so many times where you said you weren't going to talk about Jose, but still spoke about Jose. And there's a lot more to it than just what I'm expressing here. I didn't write everything down, but I just had to call some things out. You definitely plan on profiting off of Summer's name. Don't say you don't. And what I want to say is a lot of YouTube creators, right, who have spoken about these cases, they have their super chat set up, they have their Cashapp set up, you know, and they do get donations for this. We're putting our time and energy in it, and I feel like those people who want to donate, let them, right? It's like an exchange of energy. In a way, why should anybody come on and exchange their energy if they're not getting anything back? Especially me when I'm going into a psychic reading, because I'm draining my energy. Like when I'm done, I feel weak, you know? So that's doing a lot there. And for for people not to want to give back, not to say everybody has to, but not, you know, for the super chat, the Cash App not to blow up a bit. That's not good. We out here exchanging energy for this. So I do believe that, you know, creators should be compensated on a certain level, right? Because you can't just say, I think a lot of people are scared of hearing, oh, such and such just wants to make money off this case or blah, 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 or off this child. Guys, law enforcement, right? They're out there doing their jobs every day. Should they not get paid for what they're doing? They're doing what they love, right? The detective, he's out there doing his job every day, all day. Some of them looking into these missing children's cases. If he says, I'm not going to look into these missing kids cases because I'm not getting any money, is that him not caring for the kids that are missing? Can he not be compensated for the time and energy he puts in? Absolutely, he should be. How about the person delivering a child, the midwife, the doctor delivering a child? Oh, I'm not going to deliver the child because if you guys don't, I'm not going to deliver the child because I'm not getting paid or whatever. And you're like, oh, don't you care about the baby? Yeah, but I still got a house to maintain. I still got bills, you know, I got to cover. I still got a car I got to pay for, you know? So anyway, like I said, it's not to knock YouTubers out there that make I'm not against that at all. What I'm against is people being deceptive about how they're making money, you know, that they're not, guys, I'm sorry, I'm sleepy as heck. Let me check out the chat. Oh, Mallory became a member again. Thank you, Mallory. You know, YouTube cut off my monetization for a minute, but we're back. Thank you, Mallory. Back in action. That's right. MT was horrible. Saw a documentary. MT. Who's MT? All right, who's MT? Am I missing something? Guys, I was talking so long without looking at the chat. Give me 1 second. Mallory says, can we remember poor Summer and Michael Vaughn? Yes, today and always. Yes, it's been, yes, thank you. Thank you. What's MT? Okay, I thought I was the only one confused. All right. I keep thinking Mountain. Okay. Did he say what MT, or did she say what MT is? Yes, guys, make sure you join. You see, I'm not in the YouTube spirit. I'm trying to be in the YouTube spirit.
But anyway, so like I said, with Harsh Reality, um, I think he has a very good channel. I just feel like he just needs to be more transparent. Don't say you're not taking the money. You're not going to use any of that money. When you have 300,000 subscribers, 100,000 subscribers, all of that money that you wind up getting in appreciation of your channel, you know what I mean? You're not going to take a dime of that either. Let me guess, you're going to give it all away too. And once again, like I said, now that you're being called out, and you may say, "Hey, I never said that." I have the screenshots. Will I share it? It depends. But yeah. So I think I called enough people out for the day, Mallory. What do you think? Yes, exactly. Still gotta feed your own babies. Exactly. Still gotta feed your own babies. Just be truthful, and that's all we're calling for. And that's most definitely, like I said, that was my only issue with Harsh. Besides him, accusing Jose Roman for stuff that he was not involved with. And he didn't even try. He didn't even give a sorry. Whatever he said was sloppy. It was like, okay, maybe I was wrong, but he's still a bad person. What's one thing have to do with the next? Oh, Mother Teresa. Okay, got you. Oh, so let me remember what you said about her again. Let me go back up. Let's see. Jostar, what did you say? I forgot now. What did you say about Mother Teresa? Calling out all my peeps. Mallory said I'm calling out all her peeps. So guys, Mallory loves you guys, okay? She loves come out of her WCI newsroom and Harsh Reality. So if y'all see her in the chat, don't feel like she was in cahoots with me. I mean, maybe behind the scenes, but no, I'm just kidding. But she likes you guys. This is just my opinion. He said, "Just kidding. I love all except for BK." Yeah, well, with BK, like I said, regardless, he definitely wanted to find Summer. I caught that. I did the reading prior. I said he's about to stab Candace in the back, and 11 days later, he went public with it. She was horrible to the children. I didn't realize that. I didn't know till I think I might have heard it a little bit, but I wasn't really. I don't remember all the details. But there's even more information about her out on YouTube. And I didn't want to click on it. I forget the specific details, but how she was treating people, it was really bad. It was really bad. Oh my God, I was floored. I'm like, this is crazy. Not Mother Teresa. I think a lot of people, if you guys are watching this, make sure you go to YouTube, search Mother Teresa. Search, I don't know how you should word it in the subject line, but like what she did wrong or whatever. Anyway, are we done, Mallory? I think we're done. Did we cover everybody? I don't know if I want to cover Justin for all since I always cover him. Okay. So Josh Star says the documentary was everything I felt about her. Cruel. Yeah, yeah, it showed she was cruel. I was flabbergasted. Like I said, I might have heard something when I was younger, but I had totally forgot about it. All right, so I think I'm gonna get off. I'm gonna come on I might do a quick reading on Michael Vaughn because I promised Crystal I would do so, like, I don't know, friggin' a month ago, a month and a half ago. I said I'm gonna do it within 10 days. And you guys know I've been procrastinating, so I'm gonna knock that out real quick. It's not gonna be long, I don't think. Said might as well call Boring for All out. All right. Now, Justin for All, he's not in it for the kids. I mean, yeah, Justice for All, whatever. He's not in it for the kids at all. If you guys check my playlist, just look under the oh gosh, what is it called? Oh gosh. I think it's the Hall of Fame or Shame, the Hall of Shame for YouTube creators, right? So look under there and you'll see more details of why Boring for All is not in it for the kids. And it's proven, guys. He took the focus off of the kids when I was on Molly Golightly's panel. And, you know, I had Brandy Nils, who was Michael Vaughn's mother, confidant on there with all the receipts, all the recordings, all the text screenshots, etc. And Nicole on there with the space recordings, etc. They were about to drop all that information. And because Born for All had an issue with me, he went ahead and tried to get Molly Golightly to cut her live the whole time. Yet on that same live where I did the 5-hour interview with Crystal and Nicole, he ran to the comments saying that, oh, great live, that was awesome. And what else did he say? Oh, it's good to see a beautiful Black woman in the true crime community. Why did you delete your comments? Why did you delete your comment, Boring for All? He deleted it right before he decided to go to Molly Golightly and tell her that I was Brandy bashing and she should get me off her live. Yet prior he had no problem with it, right? And not to mention I wasn't bashing Brandy. I was just bringing out facts and receipts. Anyway, guys, I'm about to end this and we'll come back on. I'll do a quick reading on Michael Vaughn. All right, see you soon.